live here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Daniels. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he's got this one down to the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Here we go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Play action, now it's Daniels. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Simmons, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
14, go. 2.
Goff. Short throw to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
He finds his man complete. That's Barber. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd down and 4. To the air again. Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Out of the gun, Goff. That pass caught, it's Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Whirl it.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Daniels looking to throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
To the air goes Daniels.
Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now Goff.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
From the gun, here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Goff now to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Hey, kill. Super one. What's that?
Gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Goff now looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They begin the drive with Robinson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Tiger.
Here's Goff. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Up the middle with Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Daniels.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Daniels. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
They go play action. Daniels.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Daniels. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Here's Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Hey, 76! 76!
To throw is Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
A loss of 2 there, second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Robinson again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Third down and goal coming up here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin fourth quarter. You're going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders use the short field to get in for 6. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Detroit. 64 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Hey, Shell! We go! Cut!
Throwing now, Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.